The opinions expressed in the following program are that of the host and our guests. They do not necessarily reflect the opinions of CWC Entertainment Group LLC, its affiliates, or any employee thereof.
Welcome to the Vincent radio show. They do a big dog. Good music, laughs, and so much more. Hey, you can hear y'all.
Syndicated, award-winning Syndicated. This is the VTRS Vincent radio show. It's your main man, Vincent Heartbreak Tucker.
Hi, people. It's your girl, Myskenna.
What's going on, y'all? It's your boy, Yellostar.
What else to say, young man, Remon?
Hey. It's your girl, Charity E.
How's everybody been?
Well, we're fine. How are you, Vincent? Looks like you've been crying all night or something.
Crying? No, not crying.
Looks like you've been crying all night.
I've been, of course, tired from philandering in the nightlife.
Philandering?
Yeah, philandering.
No, brother. That's not the word.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't think.
I just saw it on Twitter this morning. I thought I could try to use it.
It just flowed with that sentence.
Yeah,
so
I tried
okay.
to.
No. Let's see what's going on
No,
with your sunglasses.
It's a tough. I just found out this girl I told her to wait on me just got engaged. And so it's
You in your feelings?
Yeah. I mean, does that really sound that selfish of me to tell her to wait?
Yes.
Oh, good. Sorry.
How long has she been waiting?
3 years.
Wait on you.
And when did she get married? You still got terms?
Yeah.
I found out they've been engaged. They just announced it. They sent the invitations out with. They're getting married like next month.
Did you get an invitation? Right.
No, I didn't get an invitation. I heard from a homegirl. She didn't even tell me.
Now, you know what? I honestly believe Vincent is going to do. Like, he's going to find a way to break up this marriage.
What?
He's
and then not be with her.
No, yeah, he's going to date the girl for like a month and then break up with her.
Right.
Say, this ain't working out.
Love
Like,
someone,
this is what I wanted.
you just don't treat them bad.
I hate Charity.
That's
I low-key hate
selfish.
Charity.
That is selfish.
I think I'm fake mad that that Remon would allege that I would break it up, only date her for a month and then break it up.
That's what you would do.
I want to make something very clear right now. Okay, let me be clear. I was going to say the exact same thing. I was literally trying to say it, but that was my next thought. Literally.
Selfish moment, selfish Vincent.
Somebody line up next. VTRS.
Why you always lying? You ain't got time. Shout out lying. Always lying to me. You lying so much. I know it's not making it hard for me. Just keep on lying. Damn. Do you think about me?
Hey, it's Charity. I know y'all miss me. This week in Somebody Line, I want to talk about men dressing up. And when I say dressing up, I don't mean like wearing formal clothes. I'm talking about these men out here on, Instagram or, their everyday life that are just dressing up in women's clothing. So I recently read a story about a man who wanted to dress up for Halloween costume and be Xena, the Warrior Princess. Did y'all see that by chance?
A man dressed up as Xena, the Warrior Princess?
Yeah. His wife posted it on her page and was like, yeah, my bae wanted to dress up like Xena. When I first saw it, I was like, this is strange that she's so excited about this.
Yeah, I got questions about that.
And then...
Did he look good?
That's the thing. His makeup was so good. And she was like, yeah, he watches me every morning. That's how he know how to do his makeup. But the thing is...
Watching clothes.
I am a woman, okay? And I don't put on makeup as well as he did. Like, you don't learn how to blend eyeshadow just from watching people. Because I see the people at MAC and I still get pissed off that I don't know what they're doing. Right. So how is he going to say, yeah, I just watch my woman every morning. So.
Maybe he's practiced.
That's what I'm saying. I'm thinking the guys that are dressing up and saying, this is costume, this is for comedy, I think that they enjoy dressing up in drag. And this gives them an excuse to do it.
Was he white?
No, black.
Okay,
most of these people are black. You know the guys that have Instagram famous and they're dressing up with wigs and acting like women?
Right.
They're not doing it just for comedy. I think they're doing it for an outlet to speak about their own life. They just don't know how to come out.
It's the new norm.
I mean, but is this your way of telling us that you don't know how to do makeup because you say he did it better than you?
Oh, I mean, I do do okay, but
You
I
do okay. Okay.
I subscribe to a few YouTube channels.
Charity sounds jealous.
It does sound like it does sound like she's like, no, he did not do it better than
Okay,
me.
Yelly, you tell me this. Would you ever dress up as a woman? Would you put on a
done
dress? Would you put on
I've done it.
Panties and
Why-
all.
First of all of you are judging me, and all of you go to hell. No, I'm just kidding.
Did you put on pantyhose?
I did. I don't remember.
Without any lines in them?
No.
Like, without ruining them?
I did it as it was a charity thing for my church. It was called a womanless wedding. And so a bunch of the guys dressed up in a wedding and we raised money for the church and stuff like that.
That seems a little bit different.
For the church,
Yeah,
huh?
I didn't go buy an outfit for myself.
Right. You didn't go get some new red bottoms.
I didn't go.
for a comedy skit.
No, I didn't go find a Xena Warrior Princess outfit.
So the church had a bunch of men dressed up as women.
Yeah,
What church was this?
a Catholic church in Port Arthur, Texas, Sacred Heart Catholic
You
Church.
said the church.
You weren't supposed to
No,
name.
I am not ashamed of what we did. We raised a lot of good money.
You sure did. And that was the last time you went. Now,
Did they ask God's approval on this before they said
Well, I'm glad you dressed up like a woman and felt comfortable. But I feel uncomfortable watching these men do it because I think that they like to dress
You know
up
what,
in drag.
Katie? You stop looking at me. You don't have no more
I
questions.
thought Charity says I feel uncomfortable knowing you put on a dress.
were these crystal heels that you wore? Or did you actually go like
No,
shoe
I cannot
shopping?
wear
the
crystal
clear
heels.
Right?
Well, the clear heels are now
I had some
in
stripper
style, actually.
heels.
Those are not just for strippers,
And
by
we
the way.
know you know about them.
No, they're not. But anyways, hey, y'all, that's the truth in somebody lying. Hey, men, stop dressing up like women and saying it's for comedy.
you got a pair of clear heels?
Yeah, she does.
Hey, Vincent, cut this.
Are you also talking to Martin Lawrence?
VTRS.
You're listening to the Vincent Tucker Radio Show. Free iHeartRadio playlists are here, and the critics are raving. John in Nashville says,
Whoa, 80s playlists? Even new wave? This is huge.
Izzy 906 on Reddit says,
iHeart's got all these playlists from the 50s to now, and I'm like totally the only one who knows about them.
not anymore. iHeartRadio's free playlist. Want 70s funk? There's a playlist for that. Try it now. All your favorite music, all your favorite stations, all free.
So, I want to call Black America to the VTRS court. Decades from now, the surreal image of Bill Cosby being taken away in handcuffs will be remembered as one of the history's most shocking and tragic falls from grace. America's Dad, the once universally revered funny man who from 1984 to 1992 led the landmark The Cosby Show to uncharted television heights, was convicted of drugging and molesting Andre Constead in January 2004. Now, the following line is going to be tough for a number of black Americans, but just listen. He did it. I hear black people say, why didn't she contact the police back then? She did. She did. The prosecutors didn't think that was enough to get a conviction. Andrea Constantine then decided to do a civil claim in March of 2005 with 13 women as potential witnesses. The case went to court. So she already had 13 women in tail to tell a story about Bill Cosby.
And he had to do a disposition.
Yes. And what did Bill Cosby do? He settled out of court. Can't have these 14 women going around telling people that I molested and drugged them. In his deposition that Remon just mentioned, Bill Cosby testified he obtained Quaaludes from a gynecologist who knew Cosby had no intention of taking the drugs himself. Cosby instead intended to give them to women he wanted to have sexual relations with and admitted that he had given the drug to at least one woman and other women. Cosby admitted knowing it was illegal at the time to dispense the drug to other people. He admitted that he did this. I'm tired of hearing black people create some conspiracy to take down Bill Cosby. Do you understand? Bill Cosby tried to buy NBC. Well, when you think about some of Cosby's alleged victims, which includes Beverly Johnson, Patricia Lear Stewart, Kayla Thompson, Tamara Green, Janice Dickinson, Shaylin Lasha, Helen Hayes, Rita Butterfield, Lily Bernard, I can keep going. But they're all from different time periods. They're all of different races and different social backgrounds. I know people want to bring up Harvey Weinstein, but currently he's wearing an ankle bracelet as he awaits his day in court. He'll get his. Trust me. The Me Too movement They got Bill Cosby. They coming for Harvey Weinstein. He's gonna be there. In the era of the Me Too movement, facing a world without Bill Cosby, who is the same guy who ironically in 2001 mocked poor black people with names like Shaniqua and Shaliqua and Muhammad and all that crap that all of them are in jail, it's not a daunting prospect at all. I hear 81-year-old Bill Cosby is too old to go to jail. Well, was 67-year-old Bill Cosby too old to drug and molest Andrea Constand? I will appreciate the moments he gave us as Dr. Heathcliff Huxtable on The Cosby Show. But Bill Cosby, the serial rapist, is exactly where he needs to be, regardless of his age. I'm Vincent Heartbreak Tucker, and you can put those 2 cents in the bank.
We didn't even get a chance to comment.
You want to comment? You want to comment?
No, I'm scared.
She's scared to get some of them 2 cents.
I'm good. He said enough.
I feel bad now.
Don't
I just wanted to get that off my chest.
No.
You got all of it.
I think you said everything that needed to be said.
Well, I'm glad that you know.
Do you feel better?
As a black American.
Yeah, I do. Okay, I do feel better.
Okay.
Good.
I do feel better. I tried to channel Remon in that rant, in that reality check.
Well, you did that.
All right.
That was very reality checkish.
Ching.
Mr. Heartbreak.
A restaurant in China, they offer a discount to women based on breast size.
Okay. Depends on what the discount is. Are you getting more of a discount if they're big or less of a discount if they're small? What's the discount right there?
The advertisement that they had a bunch of cartoon characters that listed, it listed A, you got a 5% discount, and all the way to G cup, you got a 65% discount.
They look through the shirt?
They do not look through the shirt. They assure the customers that they would get their discounts from the waitresses rather than dealing with the male staff in order to avoid embarrassment. So the waitresses would figure out the size of the discount that they would give.
Okay. The only reason I asked that was because, you know, like some women have what some of us call sneaky big tits.
Naturi Naughton kind of has some.
She does have sneaky big tits.
Yeah.
What about Lala?
Yes.
No, hers are not sneaky.
You can see them things coming from Halloween.
Sneaking nothing.
And does sneaky mean like if they're up when you have the bra and then when you take the bra off they're down?
No.
Are you A, B, C?
I'm having this conversation.
Okay, she's a C cup. She'll see if I get like a 25%.
Not bad.
Kina would get a 25% discount.
Wow.
So
What kind of discount you get?
right.
I mean, it depends where I'm getting my bra from. They measure differently. At Victoria's Secret, I'm actually a D.
A D?
No lie.
Well,
That's why I said they measure differently.
Yeah,
But I am a C cup at North.
Is it good or bad that the men were prepared to debate Charity on her bra size just now? I don't know if that was...
Y'all were saying I'm not.
Wait.
Clearly I'm not a D.
Excuse me, Charity. Let me mansplain your breast size to you.
Y'all are really about to argue.
Definitely going to do that.
Like Charity definitely got some sneaky big tits.
Right?
Great example, right? So, if you had a friend that was, on hard times and they had to come live with you, do you charge that friend?
Yes.
Or let them stay there for free?
First of all, I wouldn't let them come stay with me. I'd point them to a shelter or something.
Oh, a shelter?
Just saying.
Is this just like, are they going through hard times like financially or is something more going on?
It could be either or. You know how you have a friend. You may have a friend that is going through some changes and say, "Hey, I need a place to stay." Maybe for like 3 months. Do you?
Whoa.
You ain't got no family.
Ain't nobody staying with me that long.
You ain't got no family member?
I'll let them stay a couple weeks free of charge.
I see what's going on with y'all.
What?
It's the two loners of the show who are kind of like, nah.
We Libras, man.
That's a lot to take in.
Okay.
3 months?
I don't disagree with you.
That is a long 3 months. Is
You would not let one of your white friends stay with you for 3 months.
No. My brother not coming to stay with me for 3 months.
Wow.
again, I will let them say a couple weeks to figure out their next move. But I feel like people need to plan accordingly. You just never should have got to that rock bottom point.
I feel like you're like pulling your bootstraps up right now.
Whoa.
Are you sure? Are you a Democrat? I feel like you're not a
If you're ever
Democrat.
depressed and suicidal, do
Do not call
I was, 3 months, I was, frustrated. This girl stayed over for 3 straight days. A couple weeks ago, I was like, man, she got a home to go to?
Do y'all know what hearts are?
None of us have one.
Apparently.
None of us
I
have
have a heart.
So, Yellow, would you let them
Yeah.
for free?
I'm not advertising like come stay with me, but yeah, if you need a place to stay, yeah.
For 3 months.
Yes.
As long as you need.
Yes.
Now, get this. I would let somebody come and stay with me, and I may say, okay, but we're definitely going to have an agreement. If I know you don't have a job, okay, I'm going to give you a couple of weeks to get a job.
Right.
If you don't get a job, then yes, you have to move on. But if you get a job and then you say, okay, I just need 3 months to get on my feet, then it may not be like full rent, but maybe something on the light bill just to show responsibility. That's, all pretty much the most that I would do, but I would want to help you get in position where you can actually save your money so that when you leave here, you are off to the next step.
Right. You have something to build off of instead of like still going check to check.
Right. You obviously ain't never went through no hard times.
Ever.
If I did, I would just, go to my family. I would never go to a friend and ask for that.
But some people don't have that.
Yeah.
That's why you have to be able to help people that you don't know, because not everybody has that foundation to fall back on.
Right. The only reason why I would be a little iffy about allowing somebody to come stay with me is because the way the laws are set up now. Yeah, the way you allow somebody to come stay with you, it's hard to get, you have to have something in writing and have something written up, or you can't just put them out when you're ready to put them out.
Not no more.
Oh, if they were to try to, that's a whole nother level. Like, if I'm trying to help you out, then you never know.
But you never know when you're allowing somebody to come stay with you. You never know what their intentions are.
You gotta be thinking about everything.
Well, first of all, if it has to be the person that I'm gonna let come live with me, it's gonna have to be like one of my
I'm not talking about
ride or die friends.
But it's the closest people.
But now all of a sudden these people gotta be the closest friends to stay. They can't just be a friend.
No.
No, because I've had family.
Somebody that I know, somebody that I'm willing, because I've made that mistake before. I let a cousin come live with me, and she stayed for 3, 4, 6 months or whatever, and then she left, and I was short on the rent. But okay, it's over, it's done with. I'm not gonna chase her for money, and I'm not gonna. That you just have to move on. That's the way I see it. But
and just because one person burned the bridge, don't mean I'm not gonna help anyone else, because that's happened as well. I guess it's a matter of how you were raised, because my mom was like that though. Somebody was always living with us. Like, we were always like the stop house for whatever reason.
The stop house?
That's why I feel my mom, she could make us some mean pot of red bean stretch. Like, some red beans can feed some folks.
Yeah.
Red beans and rice.
Yes.
A little cornbread in there.
I'm telling you.
A little TLC.
Hey. Well, we want to hear from you. Let us know if you had a friend that was down and out. Would you let them stay? How long? And would you charge them? Hit us up on all of our sites, VTRS Online.
And also, if you want to donate to our GoFundMe to find hearts for the 3 of these people in our room, you can find that on our social media, VTRS Online.
You're listening to the Vincent Tucker Radio Show. iHeartRadio does something no other app or website can do. Thousands of live radio stations you can take anywhere. Want to listen to that station in Denver when you're in Philly? No problem. In Atlanta and you miss LA? No problem. Plus, iHeartRadio lets you create your own custom artist station. DJ Khaled, and this is iHeartRadio. Just type in the artist you love, and iHeartRadio creates a station just for you with their biggest hits, all commercial free. Free radio and unlimited music all in one app. iHeartRadio.
What up, people? It's that young man Remon, and it's time for today's reality check. Today's reality check is for people out here not following God's plan. And I ain't talking about the Drake song. I'm talking about literally God's plan, alright? See, we got a lot of people out here who believe that God is going to bless them in their life. You got people who go to church each and every Sunday and listen to sermons about how God is going to do this for them and do that for them. And then they go back out into the world and think they're going to accomplish these things on their own. You hear scriptures that say that God will bless me with the desires of my heart. But see, the problem is, it's not that you're seeking the blessings of God. The problem comes in is when you try to get what God wants for you without going through God to get it. Alright? You claim that God gave you a vision, and maybe he did. But if God gave you a vision, but you trying to figure out a way how to cut God out of it, you trying to go around God. Now, does that make sense? You can't get what God has for you without going through God. Alright? It has to be according to his time, according to his plan. Otherwise, it's not going to work. So if God truly gave you a vision for the destination that he has planned for you, then you have to trust that God has the roadmap that's going to get you to that destination. That's today's reality check. You can take that to the bank.
Ain't nobody got time for that. Check this out.
All right, y'all. It's time for this week in Stupid. It's boy Yellostar. I don't like when I first read this story. I was like, okay, this is a joke, but it lets you know how delusional some people are. So there's a new Donald Trump in the world, and he's not where you would think he is. Okay. So a dad in Afghanistan. In Kabul, Afghanistan.
It's already started off wrong.
Right. He wanted to name his son after Donald Trump.
Is that loud over there?
I guess you could do it. I mean, it's just a name. It's a name and a surname. Typically, you give your children's name
So
your
what's
surname.
the whole name?
It's
right.
Donald Trump.
No,
that's it.
They always have like 3 or 5.
Hold on.
10 names.
It says, this is the birth certificate, okay? This is the birth certificate, and you are wrong for that.
This fool said he got 10 names.
It says, personal details, name, surname, Donald Trump.
Abdul Muhammad.
Father's name,
There you go.
Syed Asadullah.
Is it Saeed?
Saeed.
Okay.
I was trying to focus on the second name, because the second name just looks like Ass Doula.
Is this the mama name?
It looks like Ass Doula.
Yellowstar, you got an Invisalign here, bro?
Okay, so his father said that he saw the baby's light-colored hair, and then his mind was made up that he had a likeness to Donald Trump.
Well, you know Donald Trump is in a scandal with Stormy Daniels now about, hush money. Maybe his wife
Yeah, Donald Trump got
got
the most
paid
faithful.
some hush money, and that's
To
just a
send the baby
cover-up.
to Afghanistan.
Yeah. You know that Donald Trump is
That's the last place you would look for a Donald Trump, bastard child to be in.
More
Next to last,
propaganda.
Mexico would be the last place.
Oh, yeah.
Well, but Mexico is so close.
He really hates Mexico.
Right. Well, he don't like Muslims. He banned Muslims.
He probably raped
He's just trying to kick Mexicans out.
Good point.
Yeah.
What did you say?
He probably raped her.
Jesus.
Okay. I'm not.
Okay.
He likes to grab women. I mean, he said it. He likes to grab
He
women.
didn't say I like to rape women.
Hey,
He
we
likes
never
to grab
know.
them.
Okay, that's not
he just likes to sexually assault them.
right.
Yeah, a little bit.
So the dad said that he.
Little bits of that.
I don't want no part of this conversation.
Yeah, there's no little bit of that.
You see, we all just went back together.
Okay. So it's women's month, right? So
Right, thank you.
we're not doing that. He said that Donald Trump has a lot of special qualities. He's very capable. He's serious. He's a good politician and a good writer. Because he's a really good person and wrote a lot of impressive books, and he was a successful businessman, we decided to name our son Donald Trump.
I thought he was talking about his tweets.
You would think. when Asadu's family found out, they ridiculed him and then became angry, and now he's like a black sheep of the family.
No.
So he moved away to Kabul.
No.
Yeah, exactly.
Wonder if they're gonna build a wall around Afghanistan to keep him up.
Hopefully he has more than that to sleep in. Okay. Anyway, that's This Week in Stupid. There's 2 Donald Trumps in the world, like we needed another one, but, well, actually, I guess there's 3.
That's the
It's the third, yeah. So,
Junior's getting a divorce.
we got too many. Yeah, he is getting a divorce. I want to know what that's about. That's going to come out.
No, I want to know what Melania Trump is thinking. Can she file divorce from the president?
If she did, that would be amazing.
She's getting deported immediately.
And with all the dreamers in DACA, yeah, I'm sorry, but he's going to go on a warpath because of that.
Look, so bad.
You're listening to the Vincent Tucker Radio Show.
Have you checked out iHeartRadio's free playlist yet? Not only do we have one perfect for any moment, we also created playlists perfect for any decade. Flashback to the 80s, 90s, or stay right here in 2018. Plus, we're talking pop, rock, hip-hop, and we'll even break it down by the year. Hello, 1999. Can I get a what? There are thousands of iHeartRadio playlists. Find the one perfect for you. Trust us, there's a free playlist for that. Try it now. All your favorite music, all your favorite stations, all free.
That's like the perfect shoulder intro. He say, she say.
Kina, you work those shoulders to anything. It doesn't matter if it fits or not.
Doesn't matter the song.
The girl said that's how I twerk. They're like, you're just moving your shoulders. You have to move your butt when you twerk, not your shoulders.
Yeah, she kill him with the
shoulders. Having training sessions at home.
Yeah.
She kill him with the shoulders.
I'm trying to work on this right cheek. I can only get the left cheek to go. I can't get the cheeks to come together. So I'll be trying to have Celeste show me, because I mean, obviously she got more than I could ever imagine.
I have an issue that Celeste is showing you how to twerk.
I don't want Celeste twerking until she's 33.
Come on, baby girl, show me how to do it.
Me either, but you know, hey, sometimes we have to, you
can't.
Have fun.
It's not like you can stop it because she's doing it on her own anyway.
So I'd rather her show me the extent of it so I can see it for myself.
Right,
because I'm sure if she's showing it to me, that means she's showing it to me at 30%.
Right.
Probably, yeah.
So I need to see, okay, if this is what 30% is like, if you at school, dance, or functions.
With no adults looking. Yeah.
Boy, I remember them school dances.
Dang.
Exactly. Speaking of school dances, well, not speaking of school dances, today's He Say, She Say.
Seg not?
Right.
She said seg not.
But this is how I got Celeste and Deja. Today's topic, contingency sex.
Wow.
That's a big word.
I know.
What does that mean?
Contingency. So putting predicaments on whether or not a guy or girl is going to give their significant other sex. So is that ever an option?
Like conditionals, like if you do something that I want you to do, then I'll give you some sex later?
Yes. So it could be like makeup sex, or, hey, you know what? You're doing good here lately. I'm going to give you a pat on the back and give you some happy sex. Happy. Is that ever an option, or is that ever good? Or do you, as a woman, do you ever admit that to your man?
I don't think they ever. Well, maybe. The thing is, I don't think it's right. Like, I don't want sex to be a reward or a punishment. Like, let it just be sex.
Yeah.
You know, don't be, I don't want you coming up to me saying, you haven't made time or this or that, so you are getting sex now. Like, that doesn't, I don't like that idea.
Right.
My dumb ass tolerated that in a relationship about 2 years ago.
So tell us all about it, Vincent. No.
Oh my God.
I mean, the statute of limitations is run out on it, so you can talk about it.
No, I did. No, it was 11 years ago.
Okay.
It was a mini relationship after I tried to holler at Keena, but before I got with 12.
Wait a minute.
Okay. So there's a lot of contingency sex going on?
Not with Keena.
Cause Keena over there pointing to herself. I was like, what's going on?
Right?
I have the video.
You booked me for this gig.
Hey, speaking of video, and Yellostar has my computer, and so he is witness. But no, let's get back to the subject at hand. So, Vincent.
Yes, I did tolerate that, but she would be like, literally like, hey, you've been opening my car door all week.
What?
Like,
it depends on where she's giving the contingency of that.
You've been opening my car door, so I'm gonna open my
something in the parking lot.
no, unfortunately, it was only the same place. The bedroom.
Sorry.
Like, low key, I think women do it. They just don't tell us that they right.
So, as you as a man, I'm sure y'all have contingency sex too.
No.
Yes. Y'all just won't consider it contingency.
What for what? Like,
I'm sure you go
you
extra.
cooked a good dinner last night?
Sometimes I'm sure there are times when y'all give it a whole lot better.
No, honestly, like,
that's some BS, and I know.
I do think it's some times that
I will give you that there are times, but for me, it's usually when I'm mad.
So yours is more so makeup sex type contingency.
No, I'm still pissed off as I'm.
Oh my God!
As I'm forging a path with you through this thing that we're
on air and off air. You just can't edit this guy.
So men don't consider it contingency.
Look, I'm gonna tell you.
I have never.
I'm gonna tell you like this. Like with me, this is terrible. But the times where you're supposed to give it the best is the time when I'm at my worst. Like those special occasions.
Is it too much pressure?
I think so. I think so.
Gosh.
Oh man. Well, wow.
And then the times when you're not expecting it, that's when you get it.
That's the trade-off?
Yeah.
Wow. Huh, well,
I do think women, y'all subliminally do that.
Don't blame it on the women.
They do it on purpose. They ain't no subliminal.
They do it. They don't
tell us.
Yeah, they just don't tell us about it.
It's not just a woman thing. Like, this is not going to be a male bashing sex.
Okay, so give us an example of how men do it.
I guarantee you subliminally do this to Mr. Everything.
No. It's not, because he knows me well enough to know.
The right thing to do to get it. He's been trained already subliminally.
He always says when I'm acting up, that's when, yeah.
So it's like a punishment?
I guess. It's not a punishment for me. So sometimes I have to be bad.
It's just like, look, this is like Michael Blackson. He was talking about how, over in Africa, talking about penis as a punishment. Like, come over here and let me give you this, Matomo.
Can we get away from this conversation?
We want to hear from you on this situation.
Yellostar, check out.
Is contingency sex ever an option in your relationships? Hit us up, VTRS Online. We want to hear from you on all of our social sites. And you can feel free to hit me up on Instagram. I'm at Myskenna.
Mr. Heartbreak.
Well, after I heard Naya Rivera's comments, and she said showering every day is a white person's thing, I was like,
Say what?
She said ethnic people don't shower. I said, what? You speak for yourself, light skinned. So I had to holler at my man, the Swaggernaut. And I said, yo, Swaggernaut, you gotta put this chick in line. Representing Bankrupt Records, the hottest new rapper, I promise you.
And what's the label again?
Bankrupt Records.
Okay. Here we go.
This is a new joint. New joint.
Oh man, this girl got some nerve. Talking about taking showers every day is for white people. I don't know about you, but I take a shower every day, short. As light-skinned as you are, you need to be taking a shower every day. Maybe two. Swaggernaut. Look, I don't with you. Little stinking tight with you. You little dirty. I ain't with you. Look, I take a shower every day, maybe even two. So I don't be stinking with you. Little stanky, need to hit the shower, need to hit the shower, need to hit the shower. Look, I don't skip up. Really need to do is take a shower or two. Girl, you walking up the room, I ain't playing with you. Yes, you fine, but I can't keep dating this shit. Cause every time she walk by, she be making me sick. Good Lord. Smell like she been taking a I be grabbing for the spray like I think you missed a day with some soap. I don't care if it's in a bottle or a hate from a rope. I mean for real, forget how you feel. Girl, your underarm smell like a baby seal. And every time I see it, can't help but think, how did you go a couple of days and don't even take a shower? Can't have no girl around me when she smelling right. Girl, you need to go and grab some soap and get a bang out of light. Take a shower in the morning, should be the first thing. Girl, come in the room, all damn, smell like a bird cage. Girl, I hope you feeling me, cause every time we chillin', B, I wonder if you smell yourself, cause it's killing me. She got a body odor that be messing up the ozone. It be burning up the hairs in my nose, though. Bring tears to my eyes, I ain't telling no lies. Girl, you fine, but you stink, so I don't with you. Little stinking, I ain't with you. You little dirty, I ain't with you. Look, I take a shower every day, maybe even two. So I don't be stinking with you. Little stinky, need to hit the shower, need to hit the shower, need to hit the shower. Look, I don't skip up. Really need to do is take a shower or two. Girl, you funkin' up the room, I ain't playing with you. Swag or not. Bankrupt Records is in the building. 2015, we got a movement coming. Yeah.
Only on the Vincent Tucker Show.
So I printed the lyrics of Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, and
I know the lyrics.
Would you do us the honors of spitting Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer?
You know Dasher and Dancer and Prancer and Vixen, Comet and Cupid and Donner and Blitzen, but do you recall the most famous reindeer of all? Come on! Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer had a very shiny nose, and if you ever saw him, you would even say it close. Come on! All of the other reindeer used to laugh and call him names. They never let poor Rudolph join in any reindeer games. Then one foggy Christmas Eve, Santa came to say, come on! Rudolph, with your nose so bright, won't you ride my sleigh tonight? Then all the reindeers loved him, and they shouted out with glee, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, you go down in history forever. You go down in history forever. You go down in history. What?
That is gonna be beautiful. I'm so excited.
Did I get the names right for the reindeers?
Answer.
You're listening to the Vincent Tucker Radio Show.
You're unique. You're the only you that will ever be. You deserve a radio station just as unique. Try your My Favorites radio. All the music you love on one station. Only on iHeartRadio.
You do know that there is branding power when you team up with the Vincent Tucker Radio Show, right? Make sure that if you have a business out there that you want to advertise, go to VincentTuckerRadioshow.com for more information.
I admit it, TV's kind of my thing. I'll pretty much watch any crime show with an acronym in the title. I live for quirky 90s sitcoms, crazy nature documentaries, and even the occasional indie dramedy. All I need is my comfy pants, a classic movie, an all-new medical drama, or perhaps a little Tuesday night tearjerker. So give me a tense courtroom drama, mafia masterpiece, or even a quirkily detective mismatched with a totally by-the-books partner, and I am in. And because I have wireless from AT&T, I get my favorite 60 channels of live TV for a year on them. So saying bye-bye, cable bill, is kind of my thing, too.
Get more from your wireless plan. Buy AT&T Wireless and get live TV on us. AT&T. More for your thing. That's our thing. Limited time New York Metro offer. Requires a new line on an eligible plan, which starts at $75 per month, and DirecTV Now $35 package. After 1 year, DirecTV Now renews at full price unless canceled. Eligibility and restrictions apply. See att.com/live TV on us for details. This is the Vincent Tucker Radio Show. Vincent Tucker Radio Show.
My bad, that's my...
And he was real serious.
At a moment, yeah, I was directing. Conducting, there we go.
But you were doing it though. You were doing it.
Listen, I'm from the hood. You were doing it.
He's the first choir conductor I've ever seen in my life.
The first straight choir director.
Right.
I never understood. Lord, don't send me hell on this one, Lord. But I never understood pastors criticizing gay people. But I'm like, if it were for gay people, you would have a choir director.
Yeah, your choir would be trash if it wasn't for gay people.
There are straight choir directors.
Where?
I'm sure they are.
They're also alcoholics.
God. Oh my God.
That sound like D.L. Hughley right now,
Look, I grew up in a black church. I don't know. I mean, I'm just telling you.
Choir director at my church was definitely gay.
Oh, Lord.
Just back when you couldn't come out, though. But you could tell. Yeah.
I know when I was in the youth choir, my choir director was definitely gay.
The choir director that was at my church, he wasn't gay, but he was an alcoholic. The choir director now is gay. So, we got the trifecta. We got it all going on.
You gotta get out of here.
Choir director in my church is female, so and she does a great job.
Is she gay?
No.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if she drinks or not.
Not that it matters.
Right, I said the choir director at my church is straight, but I don't know if he drinks or not. So I guess I'll leave that alone.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh. Syndicated award-winning Syndicated. This is the VTRS, available for free on demand, 24/7 via the free iHeartRadio app. I keep saying Vivia.
Got that Invisalign.
No, that don't even make sense.
Vivia. Is that the chick you smashed last night?
Man, you don't know my life. Her name is.
Say now.
All right, that was her middle name.
Enjoy that live audience because the syndicated audience will not hear that part.
Hopefully,
I believe that.
Hopefully, I know attachments.
Hopefully, she's listening right now. Shout out to.
Follow shout outs, comments, Star Kima.
All right, shout outs to DJ SQ for bringing us breakfast.
Hey.
It was good to see you today. Your bright, shiny face. Shout outs to Celeste Days. You know your mama love you, miss everything. I'm thinking about you and all you guys, our listening audience. Continue to rock with us, your girl Myskenna. Nene, thanks for hanging out with us this weekend too, Nene. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
She's taking Deja's place in the studio.
She's doing not as good, but it's okay.
Oh, you Yella.
Just shout out to the fam. Thank you guys for listening. Good to see SQ. Always good to see you up here, my boy. But that's it for your boy Yellostar.
Your boy, huh?
Yeah, he is. You and boys spent like almost 20 years now.
Cause you still best friends.
Having your mind 5-second countdown in between.
I was waiting. You should finish
after Yellostar talks.
Oh, really? Really? So we still setting people up now. We're still setting people up now. I do want to say that.
So SQ, what normally happens is he'll be done with shout out.
Normally happens.
And then Remon starts his, and then he'll come back and he'll finish his shout outs. As soon as Remon starts.
That doesn't. It's you. Sometimes it's after.
Like now.
Remon,
you finished?
Yeah, I'm good.
Just shout out to everybody that's been tuning into the Vincent Tucker Radio Show. We greatly appreciate y'all. Shout out to Charity E. She had to leave a little early, but you know what I'm saying.
You have any shout outs?
Just shout out to the listeners. I think starting in the next couple weeks, I'm gonna start doing like live mixes. I mean, if y'all follow the Vincent Tucker Radio Show on Facebook and stuff, I'm gonna go live and do like hour mixes and stuff.
I like
starting
that.
This year.
Definitely. Yeah.
Let everybody get to know me and and stuff like that. But
the sound
thank everybody to stay tuned.
Yeah,
and,
get their morning going. Keep it going.
So.
The sounds of Go DJ SQ.
That's coming up. Just be on the lookout.
That's what's up.
DJ SQ is my DJ. You can have that one.
That's a drop. That's a drop.
I need that drop.
That's a drop.
I need that.
Hey, random Uber fact. The study found that 200... No, I'm sorry. Let me change it up. 62% of people using dating apps are men. Only 38% are women. I feel like that number is very skewed.
So, who are the men on the dating app with?
Right, exactly. That's the question.
With other men?
I mean, but are they talking about like Tinder and Grindr?
See, I don't know. They didn't say which apps.
Okay.
Maybe it's a summary of all of them.
It just sounds like everybody thinks men are thirsty or something.
Y'all are.
Or gay choir directors.
Or alcoholics.
But ask me this. I got a question though. How can a man, I mean, if the man is supposed to chase the woman, how can you expect him to chase you and then you turn around and call him thirsty?
Tina?
We're all looking at you.
Yeah, we're
all looking at you. I don't know. Who else you expected to answer that question?
Tina's like, for the cruise. See y'all on the other side. Let's go.
That was today's something to ponder.
Every episode of the award-winning Vincent Tucker Radio Show is produced by Aaron Channel. Executively produced by Aaron Channel, Arkina Dansberg, Cornelius Johnson, and Vincent Heartbreak Tucker. Launched in December 2007, the VTRS is a CWC Entertainment Group LLC production.